Hello everyone, welcome to Coasters and Places if you've never watched one of my videos, and welcome back if you have watched one of my videos before. So glad that you have decided to click and watch my video. So today's video I'm going to count down my top 10 roller coasters in the state of Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is actually a state that's got a lot of good roller coasters and several different parks as well. And I picked out my 10 that are my absolute favorites. Had a little bit of difficulty with it because, goodness, there is a lot to choose from that are really good, and then there's, coasters that were easy to eliminate that weren't good at all. But I considered any park in Pennsylvania for this list. So your opinion may differ from mine because, again, this is just an opinion-based video. But let me know in the comments below what your personal favorite roller coaster is in Pennsylvania. Or if you have a top 10, let me know that in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you. And just be respectful, guys, because, again, this is my opinion. It's not right and it's not wrong. The same with yours is not right and it's not wrong either. It's an opinion. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with number 10. Number 10, I'm going to put Fahrenheit at Hershey Park. This is an Intamin, and I personally think it's incredibly underrated. I'm not sure why it's not talked about more. It doesn't have exactly the impressive stats. It's 121 feet tall, only goes 58 miles an hour. It does have an incredible 6 inversions, though, in the 2,700 feet layout. It's a mid-sized coaster to me that just has a little bit of everything going on in it, and I think that everything makes it really great. The first drop is very intense. It's a great first drop. It's pretty cool because it has that vertical lift hill. The corkscrews are very snappy, and the Norwegian loop, probably my favorite moment, has a lot of positive G's that it is pulling, and the final airtime hill is also strong. So you're getting airtime, you're getting positive G's with this coaster, and yeah, I mean, it's just a very good coaster. It's smooth, it has a great layout. Number 9 is Steel Curtain at Kennywood. I'm hoping S&S gets the kinks worked out so we can have Steel Curtain open next year. So Steel Curtain holds the North American record for the most inversions at 9. It has really impressive stats. It's like 4,000 feet long, goes 75 miles an hour. It's 220 feet tall. The inversions are just massive, and they are intense though, even though they are massive. So all of the inversions are either going to be positive G heavy or they're extremely whippy, which I really like that they're one or the other. It has just an overall amazing layout. I think it's pretty smooth. The zero G stalls, absolutely incredible. And there's even a couple of good airtime moments on Steel Curtain. Reliability can be an issue on Steel Curtain. That's its only knock. But overall, I think Steel Curtain is a fantastic ride. Number 8, I'm going to choose Ravine Flyer 2, located at Waldameer. So this one happens to be my second favorite wooden roller coaster in the state. It doesn't exactly on paper have the greatest stats. It's 79 feet tall, 2,900 feet long, 57 miles an hour. But when you ride it, holy heck, it's incredible. So it has a great first drop, and that first drop really shines in the back. That's actually where I would recommend riding this coaster. You do get a better experience in the back. Has an amazing layout, and you get a great location there because you get that wonderful view of Lake Erie, especially if you can get like a ride when the sunset is going on. Oh my goodness, so pretty. The second half of the ride is more terrain focused, and I really like how it does great, interacts with the terrain. In the first half you get pretty good airtime, so this coaster has a lot of variety. There's a couple spots that I feel like are kind of pretty rough, but nothing crazy, unbearable or anything. Ravine Flyer 2 is an absolute masterpiece though. I think it's a great wooden coaster. Number 8 in the state for overall. Number 7 is Talon at Dorney Park, and this will actually be the only time that Dorney Park does pop up on this list. So Talon is a B&M invert, and I would say overall it's like more of a mid-tier B&M invert, but it's still a B&M invert. It's going to be good. I have a special spot for inverts and B&Ms, and I love this ride. It's 135 feet tall, a little over 3,000 feet long. It does reach 58 miles an hour, has 4 inversions. It has really good pacing. There's really no dead spots with this coaster, so they made the length perfect to prevent those dead spots. And then also with Talon, it even has a pop of air time, which for an invert you don't expect. It has really intense turns, good strong positive G's as well. Again, it's not my favorite invert out there, but in the state of Pennsylvania, it's my favorite invert, and it's my 7th favorite overall. Number 6 is Storm Runner at Hershey Park. So yeah, quite a bit of Hershey on this list. So it's 184 feet tall. It's over 2,600 feet long, 75 miles an hour, and features 3 inversions. That launch is very powerful. By far the best part of the ride. I love it. Throughout the ride, you're going to experience strong positive G's and also strong negative G's, so you do get both. And then the inversions are snappy, and the Heartline roll into the half loop dive loop has some crazy lats with it. It's a great moment on the ride. And the incline of the top hat, it gives surprisingly sustained ejector airtime. So this is incredibly underrated coaster too, in my opinion, and it's very smooth. It's a fantastic ride. Number 5 for me is Phoenix at Knoebels. I could definitely see a lot of people ranking this higher, but for me, I think it's one of the most overrated, overhyped coasters there is. Is it an incredible coaster? Yes, or it wouldn't be on this list. But oh my goodness, like the hype and how much it's talked about, and you know, it consistently wins awards. It's almost like no other wooden coaster in the world exists, and they do. Knoebels does a great job of maintaining this, as it's very smooth. It's 79 feet tall. It's almost 3,200 feet long. It does only reach 45 miles an hour. It does feel maybe a little faster than that, but what this coaster is incredible at is airtime. So you have the buzz bar restraints, which really helps give you incredible airtime. You're absolutely flung out of your seat due to the crazy airtime. You know, you really feel like you gotta hold on or you're gonna fly up in the sky. The epic Bunny Hill finale, whew, the airtime through that is crazy. And every turn also has fantastic laterals. So it's a really great ride with some incredible airtime. It is, again, a wonderful coaster. It really is. I just feel like overall it's a little overhyped, and it's not my favorite coaster in Pennsylvania. There are 4 that I like better. Number 4 for me personally is Phantom's Revenge at Kennywood. Its top drop, the biggest drop, is 230 feet. It's about 3,200 feet long, and it reaches 82 miles an hour. You really feel that speed too. Great sense of speed. The first drop is incredible, but that second drop into the valley, where you actually get the highest point of the ride, the biggest drop, that's absolutely incredible. By far the best part of the ride. You get some really insane ejector if you do ride in the back, and you get good crushing positive G's in the ride overall, and it's just an incredibly smooth ride with really great airtime, and you are flying through the layout, and it's very comfortable trains, very comfortable trains as well. Definitely the best coaster at Kennywood, 4th favorite in Pennsylvania. Number 3 for me would be Skyrush at Hershey Park. So it's over 3,600 feet long. It is at Candymonium Hyper. It reaches 75 miles an hour. So the first drop is absolutely crazy, and it has good whippy transitions throughout. And after that first drop, you get some good low to the ground intensity and airtime hills that throughout just provide crazy ejector airtime. This ride is just absolutely insane. That's the best way to describe it. And it has very strong positive G's as well. And it is an incredible ride, and I am very glad that they improved the restraints from what they were, because they used to be awful. So you really get the intensity and airtime that this ride provides now. My number 2 favorite coaster in Pennsylvania is Candymonium, the B&M Hyper at Hershey Park. 4,636 feet long, goes 76 miles an hour. It's 210 feet tall. So it's incredibly smooth. It has a really good first drop. The airtime hills all provide good floater, and in general, just there's lots of floater throughout the whole layout. So you get to enjoy a smooth, comfortable ride with just endless floater airtime. And then the turn around the fountain is pretty visually incredible. It's not super forceful though when you're on the ride. This isn't really particularly a forceful ride, but the airtime's incredible and it's buttery smooth. So that's what makes it my number 2 pick. Plus B&M Hypers, you can't go wrong. They're always a great ride. And my favorite coaster in Pennsylvania, you may have guessed it by now, is Wildcat's Revenge at Hershey Park. Lots of Hershey Park coasters on this list. Well, they do have an incredible lineup for sure. So this is the RMC conversion of the old GCI Wildcat, which was getting rough and definitely did need the RMC conversion. It's 141 feet tall, it's over 3,500 feet long, it's 62 miles an hour, and it does have 4 inversions. It has great pacing, incredibly paced. It doesn't let up until you hit the final brake run. It feels out of control like RMCs do. It has a good first drop. It has some ridiculous laterals and whip. So the sustained ejector hills are great, and it's just filled with ejector after ejector airtime. So you are flying out of your seat. It has a good stall as well. And oh, can't forget about those end bunny hills that also feature very, very strong ejector. So this is a masterful RMC creation. It's not too long, it's not too short. So you do get the great pacing, and it's continuously full of elements with no dead spots. And I just think it's a masterpiece. It's one of the best coasters right now in the US, and definitely the best coaster at Hershey Park, and therefore it is also the best coaster in my opinion in the whole state of Pennsylvania. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a like. It greatly helps me out. And thanks so much for watching.